Take your brows from this to this. This is going to be a very in-depth tutorial for the brows. So I'm going to start with a brow soap. This one is from e.l.f. It is a clear, soapy consistency, and it holds the brow hairs in place. Taking a spoolie brush, this is from ColourPop. I'm just going to dip the spoolie brush very lightly into the product. Then you can take it on the back of your hand and get it even onto the brush. So as of right now, my brows are not groomed or combed at all. You're going to take the spoolie and you're going to start to slowly run the soap product into the brows and push the hairs up to really get the product in there. You actually can also comb the product through. It's called back combing, and it's going to get the product very much into each and every hair. And then you're just going to push up and get those hairs in the place that you want. And once you do this, they're not going to move. So make sure you get them where you want. Because once this dries down, you won't have that much wiggle room. But see the difference where they're combed through and combed up versus not combed at all. I like them already. You know, I could do a natural brow and stop here if I wanted. Now, no single person has two brows that are exactly identical. So they're not going to look the same. I have a thicker brow on this side. The hair is fuller than this side. That's okay. Say give it like 30 seconds to dry. Now this is very important. This is the brow pencil I'm going to use. Look at the shape of this. It's not your traditional, ABH Brow Wiz where it's a very, very slim tip. This actually does matter in terms of how we're doing these brows today. Step one with this, we are going to outline the bottom of the brow. This pencil's from Westman Atelier. The reason I like it is because it is so smooth and goes on very easily. So I'm just using a really light hand to start outlining the bottom of the brow, just like this. It does not have to be neat. It'll look something like this. Here's the fun part, and here's why I like the thick tip. You are going to just take this pencil, and you're going to start pushing up on your brow hairs and feathering it up. And it's just going to fill in those brows really nicely. You're just going to do it on the length of the entire brow. So literally start where you drew your line and begin pushing up. And it is going to fill in those hairs beautifully. And just keep doing it until you are happy with how it looks. Take some concealer. Let's clean it up. With the concealer, we have a beautifully carved out shape. Just tap that concealer in. Optional, you can take a brow pen and just add some dimension into the brow hairs. Just give it a little bit of faux hair. It's good, especially if you don't have a lot of brows. And that is it. This is definitely a thicker, fluffier, more dramatic brow. Not for everybody, but I fucking love it. If you want to see something more natural and slim, let me know, and I'll show you a tutorial.